we go again. Here we go again. Live without audience. Um, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Um, Being shadow banned, I'm cool with that. Um, Being alone, uh, I'm cool with that to a point. Been thinking. Imagine that, me thinking. Um, Imagine that. Old Ethan thinking. Um, the isolation, the the nothingness of all the fucking chaos going on in the world, the nothingness in my life, uh, would be so much more appreciated. Um, if we weren't buried in lies, if the people had a purpose, um, if facts could be brought forward, um, if order of operation could be correct and smooth, um, I think I could be quite content. Um, have peace of mind. Um, I don't know that satisfaction is a good word to use. But you see, things are so fucked up because we are so deep in the lies, and you're all trusted, all previously trusted sources are have been proven to be not trustworthy. Virtually all, wherever the exceptions are, and there are some, there has to be. Um, I think I'm one. I think I'm one exception. Uh, in no way being braggadocious, simply being real. Um, I, I have no reason or any force to push me to deceive you. Um, I, I'm a blue collar kid. I'm a blue collar kid. I was born in the Detroit Receiving Hospital in 1958. My ma was a kid, uh, divorced when I was a toddler. Stepfather is a fucking real super piece of shit. Um, I certainly wasn't born with no spoon in my mouth. I became an entrepreneur at the age of 5. I did. I've been self-employed the vast majority of my life. I have. I've gotten pretty good at some things. And people say, you know, you're a master this, master that. I, People get very, very experienced, and they may claim to be the master, but there's always something to be learned. That's my experience, no matter what field you're in. But I academically, I did not do well, and I think I have a comprehension of why. Because it was bullshit. It was bullshit. It was lies. The It was lie upon lie upon lie upon lie, and all with grammar fraud. All with grammar fraud. Now we got a situation today where what what do we call the ones that are okay 2026 people in their 30s? So um, born in the mid to late 90s, 30 years old. I can't read cursive writing. Can't read cursive writing. Um, and I think that that's a good trend. It's a good trend to be able to get away from that, but the not knowing, that's the bad side. The not doing, the not using would be a good thing to the point of it's forgotten. Not necessarily forgotten, but because that's the point, to not forget, to have the knowledge. Uh, and in the case of the grammar fraud, would be to have the knowledge of the grammar fraud and to not use the grammar fraud and not be trapped in the grammar fraud. So, on top of all the lies, they've lied about our history. They've lied about the wars. They've lied about medicine. They've lied about money. They've lied about scarcity. They have manipulated and twisted and fucked us uh, in so many ways. Um, that the world we're living in today is um, pretty fucking wild. The Wild West doesn't hold a candle to the world, the wild world of 2026. So, um, spring has sprung. We have have had snow in April and snow in May here in northern Michigan. Um, it's not sticking to the ground, it's not collecting, and thank goodness for that. But um, it's one of the cooler springs for this area. And I've been very happy winter's over, and I've been working outside. And my eye has become trained to look at the sky. In fact, my eye has become so trained to look at the sky that I force myself at times to not look at the sky. Stop looking at the sky. You see, for the better part of 3 years now, I've been on high alert for this activity in the sky. At first, it was, I call it general curiosity. What the fuck is going on? Something's changed, something's different, and it's always different. So, first of all, there was the change, and the change was this is fucking different. We didn't used to have this kind of shit going on. And the consistent thing is the shit going on, but it's different every day for years. And even though you, my audience is high intelligence, high intelligence. Most of you, I think, couldn't see it, wouldn't see it. Um, I don't want to say wouldn't believe it because I say don't believe anything. Um, don't believe me. Trust must be earned. Trust must be earned. So, um, once trust is established, um, vigilance is required on both sides, um, to maintain the trust and integrity, because when we the people trust, we give up things. We give up things. We give up questioning. We give up questioning. And I think my audience, my audience can see it clear as day. The danger in that, giving up questioning. And we are in such a motherfucking mess. What a fucking mess. So Um, my my isolation um, gives me. Put it this way: I couldn't have more available time to be with me and only me, experiencing the things that I experience, knowing the things that I know, having the history of the things that I have done. I couldn't have more time to reflect, more time. I couldn't have more time to research, investigate, analyze, connect the dots, um, and time to share. I couldn't have more time than I have. Um, so that's pretty unique. That's pretty unique. And so here I am. I didn't have advantages. I was born in Detroit. We had the Detroit riots in '68. '68. I was 10 years old. Um, so I've lived. I've lived some life, and I've survived a lot. I've survived a lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I've experienced a lot, and I was taken in by the television programming in my life, in my lifetime. Yeah, that when I was 5 years old, a television in the house was not uncommon, but it was not everywhere. And they were these big boxes, and we got three channels: ABC, CBS, and NBC. And then UFH, channel 50. And then there was a Canadian station that we could pick up in Detroit, I think Channel 9. That was it. And TV ended at midnight. At midnight, it'd be common. They play the national anthem, and then the screen would go staticky, and that was it. Telephones. Uh, we had a party line. You'd go to make a phone call. You pick up the phone, and you'd hear a conversation because it was a party line. Meant the phone was not available for you to make a phone call. People are so concerned about their privacy today. Back then, that you had party lines. People on your party line could listen in on your conversation. You could listen in on theirs. There was no alert to let you know. So if you picked up the receiver quietly and you stayed quiet, It would be very easy to listen in on somebody's conversation, your neighbor. Um, and there were these thick books with these very thin pages and fine print. Every street address was updated with the resident, um, and it had their phone number, name, address, and phone number for everybody virtually. And today people are so concerned about their fucking privacy. When the phone rang, you had no idea who it was. You didn't have caller ID. Um, Back then, door to door salesman was pretty common. To get a knock on the door from a stranger was common back then. Selling whatever, selling their wares, from encyclopedias to vacuum cleaners to whatever. And you had the milkman making the daily rounds through the neighborhoods. I can remember that cage of bottles sitting by the door. They'd pick up the empties and they'd drop off the fresh. They just set it there. Detroit Edison had a program you could sign up. I think it was $1 a year. And you never had to pay for a light bulb. The light bulbs burn out, you take them into Edison, you get new light bulbs. And they were good light bulbs. They were incandescent bulbs, not this fucking LED shit that's fucking making you sick. So, boy, as I've really drifted off there to the point that I was coming to here, which is I'm, I, I didn't do well academically. I did not go to college, but I've done a lot, and I lived a hard life. I lived a hard life. I drank heavy for a long time. Uh, and for 3 decades, I pretty much I drank like an alcoholic, but I wasn't an alcoholic. I could turn it off anytime. Most of the time, um, most of the people I interacted with didn't know I was drinking. I part of the programming, Television, was a lot of tough men, hard men. Uh, there was a lot portrayed of men that could hold their liquor and men that could not hold their liquor. And the ones that couldn't hold their liquor, storylines generally weren't very good. Generally weren't very good. So I, I enjoyed challenges of my choosing throughout my life. I've taken a lot of chances. Um, I've done things that a lot of people do. A lot of people do. I'm not unique that way, but I lived for well, I lived with and still do live with a certain kind of drive, um, a certain kind of drive that um, is adapted to challenge. Now, what I found myself challenged with was staying alive. Um, Now we deal with that from the time we're born, but what I'm saying is, I was dying. I was dying from disease, and there wasn't there wasn't necessarily an answer for my diseases that were killing me, and by some miracle of fucking miracles, I figured it out. And it wasn't some brilliant scientist. It wasn't some brilliant academic. It wasn't some fucking researcher. It wasn't someone advantaged with um, the things that take people in those directions. No, this was a flat out fucking challenge, fucking live or die. And I live. I live. I've recovered from over 40 fucking chronic conditions. I have recovered 3/4 of an inch of the 2 inches that I have lost in height. So that's pretty fucking amazing. That's pretty fucking amazing. But that's that and that's you talk about being reborn. You talk about being born again. Wow. Wow, baby. Um, I'm gonna turn these fucking overhead lights off. I'm gonna get up here. Oh, these old bones. I think I like that better. We got enough daylight now. We got enough daylight now. And I can reach over here. I can turn off the landing zone lights. Cut that part of the electric bill out. So this for me, this all happened with cannabis. This all happened with cannabis. And here we are 11 years later. My patent is expired. Um, I open sourced. I open sourced my technology. I open sourced my formulations. I open sourced my trade secrets. before my one patent expired, uh, after I had been literally fucked out of international patents, while I was being denied traditional dental care and my own formulations. No oral health care for me. Not my scientifically proven cannabis formulations. No, no, no. No, we're gonna fucking war on you so hard, motherfucker. We are gonna have you so fucking in the hole. We are gonna have you fucking suffering and struggling to the point that you cannot even grow marijuana for yourself. You cannot use your scientifically proven United States patented technology. You cannot have that available for you, motherfucker. No, not even for you. Oh, the shit that I have fucking gone through. The the second life, right? I'm reborn. I'm reborn. Born again. Born again. But this time with a memory, with a memory of my previous life, the old world, the world of lies, the world of deception, the world of disease, the world of manipulation and control. I was born again with a memory. And as I explain this to you, I'm literally articulating this point for the first time in my life, I think, in this way. Um, we hear we we hear so much uh there's every kind of fucking story, every kind of fucking thread imaginable, I think, being spoken. um and one of these threads is about um um people living today remembering past lives, but we're talking about a a true rebirth, a life and a death, and then time passes, maybe generations pass, and someone walking around today saying, I have memories of the past. And what are you going to do? Are you going to believe that? Um, Not. Some of these stories get pretty incredible, but when you control fucking history and you control everything, and the people are so fucking indoctrinated, um, wow, it becomes a real slippery slope, doesn't it? But what I'm bringing forward to you is a near death experience, a near death experience, not the kind of near death experience where my spirit or my soul or my energy left this meat sack and hovered above and drifted around and all of that kind of stuff. No, my near death experience was like what way too many people have suffered to the point of death and are in that position now. They're sick and they're dying, and the medical system is not there for them. It's there to abuse them and to use them and to suck every fucking financial fucking piece they can get out of them. That's what the system is set up for. Somehow, some way, I figured it out, and I owe it all to cannabis, marijuana, marijuana. Oh, it's so fucking scary, isn't it? Cannabis sativa has been used historically for medicinal purposes to treat well over 100 conditions, internal and external. Um, my experience shows me, my research tells me that cannabis should be classified as essential for the good health of man and mammal. And for some reason, this is terrifying. This is absolutely terrifying. It has made me one of the most feared men on this planet. Little old me, little old me, one of the most feared men on this planet. You would think that the medical community, some sector of the medical community globally would reach out to me. You would think the American Medical Association might might want to know about this. No, they are petrified, terrified, paralyzed with fear. Of what? Fear of what? Fear of the United States federal government. Fear of the Department of Justice, the British organized, the British operated, British run United States Department of Justice. That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of those courts. They're afraid of the jails. They're afraid of the prisons. And so they will not stand up. They will not stand up. Not one. Not one. And if they happen to stumble across me, and a few have, um, they run. Oh, baby, do they run. So I became conscious of the fact that they all run. They run for the fucking hills because they are afraid of the United States government, Department of Justice, the bar, the whole system, the courts, the jails, the prisons, all the fear that goes with that. And the ADA, the American Dental Association, do you think that they would have some kind of interest in ending tooth decay, ending oral disease? The 2000 Surgeon General's report said you cannot be healthy without good oral health. And my poor oral health caused me to suffer from over 40 chronic fucking conditions, and many of them for fucking decades. So where are the researchers? Where are the scientists? Where are the doctors? Where are the medical professionals? Where are your leaders, your governors, your senators, your congressmen? Where are the pro cannabis attorneys? They live in fear of me. They live in fear of me if they know of me. And so they run from me. They hide from me. They hide from the fucking truth. They live in the world of lies, buried in fucking lies, living in fear. Cowards, fucking pussies. Now, there's a big difference between being scared, being afraid, and being a coward. The bravest men in the world have experienced some of the most horrifying fear. That's bravery. Cowardly people will never face the fear. They will never stand up to the fear. They run and they hide. And this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. In my first life, I couldn't see it. No, I thought America had a great medical system. I thought we had a great food system. I thought we had a system of freedom and righteousness and morality. Oh man, was I fucking fooled, huh? Holy shit. So that's something. That is something. And I look, I don't need anybody to run my business for me. I've done international business. I've done product development outside of the United States, shipped across the ocean. I I don't need nobody to run my business for me. I need the motherfucker out of my way. I need the United States government the fuck out of my way. I need the DEA, the FDA, the NIH, the ADA, the AMA, all the fucking congressmen, all the fucking senators, the fuck, all the fucking president, all of them. I need them the fuck out of my fucking way. The financiers, I need them the fuck out of my way. That's what's holding me back. I can't give this shit away. But I guarantee you, if I was in business and I had farms or farmers supplying me, and I had industry, I had facilities, and I was producing formulations and products in mass and packaging them and shipping them, and they were available in multiple locations. People would spend money. They would search it out and bring their currency. But I'm not there. I can't get there. Not yet. And no one else will go there. Nobody will go there. You have so many nations that have medical and recreational marijuana. You have nations that have no fucking law against it. Nowhere can it be found because of fear. Because the motherfucking United States government has a global fucking reach. The United States government is evil. The United States government is British operated, British fucking controlled. And people are getting ready to celebrate the fucking 4th of July and the 250th year of independence. And I say, you are fucking morons. You are brain dead, indoctrinated sheeple. I saw a video here hours ago um, about the gun count per 100 people per country. And it was a very interesting compilation of statistics. But in America, America soars, towers above all the other nations with, I think it was 120 or 121 guns per 100 people in the hands of the public. That's more than one per man, woman, maybe even child. I don't know how they did their. I don't know how they did their findings. We have all this power, but we're so fucking stupid as a people. You can't comprehend flag law. You don't want to know about flag law. There isn't one. I can't find a truth or patriot that will talk about flag law. Not one. All these, okay, trusted sources. So you gave up on NBC, you gave up on CNN, you gave up on MSNBC, you gave up on all these motherfuckers. You gave up on fucker Carlson. You gave up on Jesse Owens. You and you started listening to all these other fucks. All these other fucks, these fucking podcasters. And they're all spewing fucking bullshit. It is so obvious. And none of them will talk flag law. And it's one of the most simplest things to comprehend. And if you can comprehend flag law, you have such a fucking leg up on your fucking journey forward to own your authority, to take control and live the way we the people should be living, with freedom, with accountability, with abundance, with knowledge. Now, as it looks like that's the world that we're going to inherit, those who survive and those that are fortunate enough to be brought into the world and will be bringing others into the world that they're going to inherit. I think it's going to be that. I do. I think from what I'm seeing, what the majority of the population thinks of as alien technology is not alien technology. It's our technology, and it's so fucking advanced that those that are considered the sharpest minds say bullshit. We couldn't do that. It has to be aliens. Well, there goes your fucking trusted sources being untrustworthy again. Untrustworthy again. Ashton Forbes has done a very good fucking job of proving that we have the science. We have the technology. And he does a very good job of babbling it in a way that it makes it easy to comprehend. Makes it easy to know. Um, and that's an awesome ab- ability. That's an awesome ability. Ability means nobility, right? See, here we are, supposedly the most advanced civilization in known history, and the fact of the matter is, we the people do not know how to read and write. We have been programmed with grammar fraud. But people don't even comprehend order of operation for sentence structure. They don't comprehend parse, but they can tell you about bits, gigabytes, JPEGs, PDFs, Excel files, hard drives, soft drives, fucking floppy disks. They can tell you about transistors and diodes, but they can't read or write because they have been cursed with cursive writing. They have been spellbound with spelling errors. And so we collectively, all academia, everything that is written virtually is written in fucking grammar fraud. But who's brave enough to cognize that in their head? Very few people. Very few people. And that's why one of the reasons why Russell is um, it's one of the reasons why his works are not known, because the people learn about it and then they dismiss it. It can't be. It's like the aliens, right? It's like our technology that's so fucking advanced. It has to be aliens because it can't be ours. And of course, you got the fucking United States government. Of course, they're going to tell you the truth, right? Yeah, like 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 cannabis throughout the world, throughout history, very well documented as a primary source of healing formulations and applications. I'm not saying medical because medical is poison, and the fucking fiction wants to threaten you with fucking giving medical advice. I would never give medical advice. That's poison. But the fucking fiction would like to fucking take and twist my fucking words and fucking find some way to fucking lock me down. So they've done a very good job of delete, 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 like the $1.8 billion funded by the National Institute of Health for a 3-year study to regrow gum tissue, like Tartaria, wiped from the records, not to be found. Oh, but they did leave a little trace. They left a little trace, a $1.8 million study with the same title. But see, that was a 5-year study. That was a 5-year study. That had nothing to do with the 1.8 billion 3-year study and the failure. And the 5-year study was a failure as well. But when you research, when you're checking me about a 1.8 billion, you're going to find a 1.8 million, and you're not going to know that that was a 5-year study and the other one was a 3-year study, and then I'm going to look like a fucking idiot in your eyes because you did your research, you did your due diligence. However, what you were research the medium you were researching in had been corrupted. They hit the delete button. And that is one of many deletions of my of history directly related to me and my works. Deleted, gone, vanished. Nothing here to see. Nothing here to see. The only thing here to see is this, which discredits what that old man said. So dismiss him as a fucking kook. That's the game they're playing. That's the fucking game they're playing, and the American people will just fucking eat it up. They'll eat it up because of the indoctrination. So I just caught movement out of the corner of my eye. It was either a bird or a bunny rabbit right down this side of the window. So I'd have to get up and take a look. But it's nice to see the nature. Nice to hear the birds chirping in the morning. Um, I I have to say, my first life, buried in lies, being poisoned spiritually, physically, and mentally, was a much happier life than my new life since I've been born again. Because I remember the past and I can now see what I could not see before. So I can basically turn on the same music that I listened to back then. I can go to the same brand of booze that worked good for me. Um, I could get on my motorcycle and just ride and drink and look for beautiful women and look for pool tables, look for sandy beaches, and then just be out there living life as a total slave in complete ignorance, uh, um, suffering the indoctrination of the British invasion. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. The British invasion, the British invasion, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. Okay. This shit's starting to click for you. My new life. I am filled with fucking knowledge I didn't have in my previous life. I am over 40 chronic conditions healthier than I was in my last life. I don't have the boat anchors of family, businesses, contracts. I don't have any of those fucking burdens. And yet, life, the new life, fucking sucks, baby. I have all this knowledge which gives me power. I am healthy, which makes me powerful, physically healthy. I have the power to fucking do things, manly things. Um, and I have to say, life sucks. I don't have to chase money. I've learned to be a minimalist. I've been keeping my shoes on my feet with duct tape. I think for the better part of 3 years now. For the better part of 3 years, the shoes, my everyday shoes, I keep them on my feet by wrapping them with duct tape, and the duct tape will last for about 30 days. A roll of duct tape for my shoes can last me a couple of years. Um, I sleep on rags. I wear rags. I've become a minimalist, and I got the Social Security that I worked for, that I paid for, that I was denied. I was denied the Social Security, like I was denied my intellectual property. Final office action on the patent that is now expired. Final office action back in the day. Um, what was it? No patent. There will be no final office action. We've been through the whole motherfucking thing. Final office patent denied. That's what it was. Patent denied. So and then in my new life, I I know about good oral health for overall health and I have two primary care dentists here in northern Michigan, dental clinics north in Mansalona, where they have multiple dentists, four or more, and a staff for them. And Bird Street Dental Care in Kalkaska, Bird Street Dental No Care, where they have four dentists and a staff to support them. And I did nothing. I did nothing to cause them to treat me the way that they did, but somehow the powers to be fluenced them, and I could get no dental care. I got fucking dead teeth rotting in my mouth that need to come out. Nope, fuck you, Ethan. I got fucking bone spurs growing out of my fucking gum that are ripping my tongue. Nope, nope, fuck you, Ethan. I don't want to lose any more teeth. I wanted a cleaning and an examination. Nope, nope, fuck you, Ethan. I want my cannabis formulations. I want my cannabis formulations. Fuck you, Ethan. Fuck you, Ethan. No, you can't even have your own fucking cannabis formulations while we are denying you traditional dental service, while you're in total fucking poverty wearing fucking rags, while you're fucking isolated, where no, you can't even fucking give away a cannabis joint. You can't give away a fucking seed. You can't give away a plant. You'll never give away your mouth rinse. You are one of the most feared men on this planet, motherfucker. And we're going to see to it that you don't get any dental fucking care at all. Period. Zip, zero, nada, none. In my previous life, I had no trouble. The fucking dentist would fucking send me fucking notifications. Time for your 6 month cleaning. They would call. We want to schedule your fucking 6 month cleaning. We want you to come in for your exam. We don't want you, we want to take care of your teeth. That was a previous life where they filled my mouth with fucking mercury, gave me fucking root canals that were fucking nothing but toxic teeth, poison factories, poison factories to poison me 24/7, 365. Never take a break, never take a vacation, never take a holiday. A factory that never shuts down, toxifying my body. That's what I got in the old life, my previous life. Hmm. But I was happy. I was happy. I had the boat anchors. I had the wife. I had the kids. I had the friends. I had multiple businesses. I had multiple contracts. I had multiple employees. I had all kinds of fucking money issues. Money coming in, money going out. Fucking burdened, boat anchored, heavy responsibility, being poisoned, being lied to about everything. And I was happy. Oh, what a fucking fool. What a fool. I look back on that. What a fucking fool. And now in this life, for those of you who follow along, that the handful of high Q people who follow along, you know. But the rest of the world, I thought I saw a green dot. Three people here. This video is damn near fucking viral. Who's in the live chat? Frank's son says, millennials. Okay. Frank's son, hey, welcome. I don't think I've seen you before. It takes fucking balls to fucking get into my chat, my comments. Kudos to you, brave man. Overcome the fear. Uh, that some people though, like I said, they stumble in, and they stumble in, and then they run for the hills. Um, So those that are about 30 years old, they're called the millennials. All right. They're the ones that can't read cursive. Thank you. Thank you for that. So um, I'm a boomer. I'm a boomer. And I'm a born again. I'm a born again. And I remember my previous life. My previous life as a slave. But because I was indoctrinated and brainwashed to think that I was a free man living in the greatest nation in the most technologically advanced fucking world of known fucking history, I was a happy camper. But now I'm born again into that same world with new eyes and a memory. So, um, the reason, the only reason that I'm getting the activity in the sky here, I can only come to one conclusion. I think I have shot down, I have destroyed every fucking argument for everything else. The military showed up here with Black Hawk helicopters. The military showed up here with multiple types of helicopters in a very short period of time at the time when I opened the court and I called the Kalkaska County Sheriff, Patrick Whiteford, otherwise known as Fat Fuckford, because that's what he is. He's fat and he's full of fucking shit. And his undersheriff, David Wagner, Wagon Tails, Judge Lynn M. Boudet, Butt Day, that fucking bitch. Oh, yeah. Back in the day, back in the day when I was a total slave, a fucking idiot in my previous life, I'm real close to checking out. I'm real close to checking out physically. And when I'm having this discovery, and I got the attacks coming. They raid my business, they raid my home, they steal my fucking assets, they put me in the fucking court system. And the day of court, the courtroom is packed. There was no available seating for me to get in there to be a witness as to the proceedings that were going on. And as the day went on, and they had proceeding after proceeding after proceeding, and people would come out and people would go in. Eventually, you had people coming out and nobody going in, but I was not allowed in. The doors were closed, and I was not allowed to hear what the fuck was going on with all these marijuana cases. At one point, my attorney walks out of that courtroom with one of my former employees from the 131 Provisioning Center, which was raided. He walks out of there with this man, walks up to me and says, "You don't need me. Just don't give up your rights." And he walks away. I later learned that the man, the former employee of mine, was given immunity to testify against me, and my attorney was in that courtroom, in that kangaroo courtroom, representing that man, and had taken my money and left me standing there with my fucking dick in my hand. And when I got into courtroom was empty, other than the prosecutor, the court recorder, the judge, and the bailiffs. Everybody else was gone. My wife was there, but my wife is legally blind and legally deaf. What kind of testimony is she going to be able to give? So you see, man, they really put the fucking screws to me. So fucking Boudet, Judge Boudet, Butt Day, Lynn M. Butt Day, Fat Fuckford, David Wagentails, Cal Casca, Chief of Police, Aaron John Popa, Poopy Pants Popa. And then we got the court clerk Hill, the prosecutor Ziggy, and the postmaster Champagne. Uh, they all got served. They all got served. They all showed contempt of court, and very interesting from a timing aspect. Um, I had an appointment at Dental Clinics North. They offer same day emergency service, and but they told me no, 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 not yes, same day emergency service, Ethan, but not for you. Not anymore. Not anymore. You need to wait a week. So I waited the week. They wanted me there first thing in the morning. They wanted me to get up early, early in the morning and be there before they open. Be there before they open. Get me in first thing. And I don't necessarily like getting up that time in the morning and preparing myself to go to some kind of an appointment. But I did. I did because I needed it. I wanted it. And so completely different than my previous life, completely different. I walk in there and they say, okay, uh, we're ready to give you an emergency evaluation, but there will be no service. No, no service. Yes, we will take your money. We'll happily take your money. We will happily bill you. We will happily give you an emergency evaluation that you waited for a week. When we offer same day emergency service for our patients, you waited a week. We're going to give you your same day emergency service here today or examination, but no service. And see, in my previous life, nobody likes going to the dentist, but at least I wasn't treated that way. So I decided, okay, well, there's no point in me being here. And so the girl starts writing down phone numbers of other dentists and says, you might want to give these people a call. And as I'm driving back to Calacaska to go to Birch Street Dental, where I'm an established patient, um, um, a lot of fucking ugly shit went on. They asked me if I could come back in the afternoon. And so this is the interesting part of the story here. This is the interesting part of the story here. So Birch Street Dental is across the street from the Kalkaska County Sheriff's Office and the court. And so it's late afternoon when I'm getting out of Bird Street Dental No Care, where they racked up a huge bill and refused me all service. And I was in agony. I was in agony. I was in a lot of pain. I needed fucking help, but I'm going to get none, 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 because I'm living a new life, born again, born again, in the most advanced, technologically advanced, medically advanced civilization on the planet. Here's the interesting part. Uh, was I feeling fear? Oh, you betcha. You betcha. I've been living with fear, but I'm not a coward. I faced the fear. I faced the fear. So, head's always on a swivel. Gotta be. And it's late afternoon. It's after 4 o'clock. And I noticed something unusual. The parking lot for the Kalkaska County Sheriff and the court is packed. I'm telling you, packed. They had some kind of a fucking meeting going on there, baby. They had all been served. And they were served with evidence of their crimes. They were served with evidence of their crimes. And they're being called to a court of law, which they show total contempt for. However, this is when the military started showing up in earnest. And then for nearly 3 years now, with these fucking sky counts, putting fucking X in the fucking sky right over my head. It's advanced, um, uh, well, it's a sophisticated example of how they turn the trail on, turn the trail off in the split second timing, where three jets are in a V formation and all all set back from each other, but the three trails that are left don't dissipate. They're short and they're all directly over my head and they're side by side. Yeah, these kind of things. Fucking white jets coming in, flying fucking circles around the fucking property. I'm talking full fucking size fucking jets. The trails on and off. Fucking here, nowhere else, only here. All the different aircraft that cannot be identified. The fucking black helicopters. The fucking shit has gone on and on and on. Why? Why? You got to ask yourself why. Early on, one of the first in that week of court, when the military was here many times with their Black Hawk helicopters and their other fucking green helicopters. There was 5 or 6 significant events in the course of about a week, and one of them was a Soviet era bird, 6 engines. Soviet era. We're not talking Russian. Soviet era. Go back in time, baby. Soviet era bird. This thing is so huge, you park a 747 next to it, and it looks like a Cessna. When you park it next to the 747, you park it next to the Soviet era bird. That's how big this fucking thing is. 6 fucking engines, and it fucking buzzes my rooftop in the same fucking week that all these fucking military helicopters are here. That told me something. That told me something. That's an out of place aircraft. And what the fuck is it doing buzzing my roof? A low altitude buzzing my roof. Direct overhead. Direct. If the thing was dragging a fucking chain or a cable, it'd have fucking ripped the fucking trailer right down the middle. Direct over my head. This is the shit that's been going on. And deny. People deny. You're being poisoned, Ethan. They're chemtrails. There was no fucking chemtrail on that fucking Soviet era bird. There was no fucking chemtrail on these fucking helicopters. It's the military trying to intimidate you. Oh, really? They would spend all that money. They would spend years with this fucking shit to fucking intimidate me. They'd spend that kind of resource, that kind of fucking money to intimidate me. Come on, get out of here. They'd fucking they'd pull their black ops fucking shit that I'd be gone. They wouldn't spend that kind of money. They wouldn't spend that kind of time. No fucking way. That argument is right out the fucking window. Oh, it's typical Camp Grayling air traffic. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. White jets flying circles around the property, fucking turning their trail on, turning their trail off, making a fucking X right over my fucking head, time and time again. Turn the trail on, turn the trail off. Fucking airplanes flying right straight at each other, fucking dropping trail. Yeah, that's commercial air traffic. Sure, that's safety in disguise. Making a spectacle out of it with the fucking big old trails, right? Blasting, using some type of energy device to blast a thin line through the clouds. And then we've seen many different things. We've seen them fly right in that opening. We've seen them fly above it and below it, dropping trail, so you can clearly see the trail and the clouds and the fucking opening that they fucking cleared. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and fucking on of fucking anomalies. Why? This ain't happening to anybody else. No one else is porting on this. Oh, they'll tell you about fucking chemtrails. They'll tell me that's what this shit is. Fucking no, it ain't. Fucking no, wrong. Eh. Yeah, if that is or was your position, you either don't know or didn't know how to look at it. But I think by now, anybody that's paid attention, is obvious. It's obvious. All right, live chat's empty. So yeah, I'm living a new life, born again. I remember my previous life. I remember the joys of family, the joys of friendship, the joys of community, the local haunts, the fucking parties, riding my Harley Davidson. spending time in the pool halls, enjoying the day. While I was being buried in lies, intoxicated spiritually, mentally, and physically. I was happy. Thought I was happy. Thought I was enjoying life. I was working hard. I was playing hard. I was gaining. Now I'm denied industry. I'm denied employment. Um, a lifetime of friends, a lifetime of business associates, family, all gone. Not part of my life today. I live. I live in this isolation while the vast majority of the fucking world is running around like a chicken with their head cut off, complaining about the price of gas. Fucking obsessed with fucking fake presidents and fake senators and fake congressmen. Nobody wants to know about flag law. Nobody wants to know about real law. Nobody wants to know about how to own your authority, how to be sovereign, how to be powerful, how to take control of your life. And so for this, I'm very not happy. I'm very not happy. Again, I am unburdened. I am unburdened from relationships. I'm unburdened from family. I'm unburdened from contracts. I'm unburdened from business. I I I got a beautiful piece of land here that I control, 40 acres. The government keeps wanting to take it away. They keep wanting to take it away. They keep wanting to steal it. They keep trying and they keep trespassing and they keep using them fucking fraud courts and their fucking fraud grammar and their fucking guns. Fat Fuckford, Fat Fuckford and his fucking under Sheriff Wagon Tails and all their fucking deputies. And when they need support, they call in the fucking state policy officers with their blue cars and their blue uniforms. And they're not, and they protect the criminals. Fat Fuckbird is protecting criminals. Under Sheriff Wagon Tails is protecting criminals. They are criminals. They are criminals protecting criminals. But I think most of the world, most of the population is in the reality of my previous life, where I was happy most of the time, happy with all the struggles, happy with all the fucking problems of family, all the problems of friendships, all the problems of business, all the problems of money, all the fucking burdens. I was happy. And I think that's how most of the people are. And I don't know when it's going to change. I don't know when it's going to change. But I know this that um, everything that I have brought forward, fear drives everyone away. So we don't get together to exercise and stand together, exercise our right to travel without licensing. And we can't do that. We won't do that. No, we're too fucking afraid. We're fucking pussies. Um, Oral health. No, you would rather suffer. You would rather suffer poor oral health and poor overall health. I know people, they have been educated about root canals and then they complain, oh, I got to get a root canal. I need 2 root canals, 10 fucking grand. You know that those root canals are toxic teeth and they're going to poison you 24/7. Yes, I know. I know. I know that. And I know that I have other health issues that this is not going to help. But I need $10,000 for the root canals. I it fucking boggles my fucking mind. The few people over the years that I've been able to actually have a conversation with and offer them the mouth rinse. One guy's got to be in his late 30s, early 40s, opens his mouth and pulls his fucking teeth out. He ain't got no teeth. He's got no use for the fucking mouth rinse. Not now. Someone else will say, I can't. I get drug tested. I get drug tested. I cannot. I cannot have the benefits of good oral health, good oral hygiene, because I'm going to get drug tested. And how many motherfuckers are in the court right now for cannabis related? How many people are in jail right now? How many people are in prison right now? How many fucking people are dying now because they don't have good health care? I don't like the world, my new life. I'm not happy. I I I don't have to struggle for money because I got the Social Security and I've become a minimalist and I'm okay. I'm okay to use duct tape to keep my shoes on my feet. I'm okay to wear rags. I smoke for pennies. I smoke for pennies. I smoke for pennies. I used to pay a lot of money for tobacco. One of the few joys I have. One of the few joys I have. Smoking, cannabis, and tobacco, and some good chew. Some good chew tobacco. Some coffee. So I got cannabis now with a 3-year cure. I got cannabis with a 2-year cure. I got cannabis with a 1-year cure. I I got enough oil for myself probably for the next maybe 20 fucking years. As Social Security continues to roll in, I owe nothing. I owe nothing. OWE. I don't have no credit card fucking payments. I don't got no land payments. I got no mortgage. So minimal. And I've become a minimalist and a survivalist. So I have what I used to work for so hard, a roof over my head, heat when it's cold, electricity for the refrigerator and to charge up the phone. And I got rid of internet. I don't have Wi-Fi. I don't have a working computer. Um, and I have a lot of time to think about all these motherfuckers that lie, that hide the truth. And these patriot podcasters, I've learned that they're full of shit. The ones it seems like all of them are somehow big on health. And a lot of them got some kind of health product that they promote. So they're truthers, they're patriots, they're big on health, but they will not bring me forward. They're going to oppress it and suppress it. And to me, that's attacking it. That's attacking me. That's attacking you. They are phonies. They're phonies. They're pieces of shit. They're fucking turds. They're some of the lowest fucking forms of life. They're fucking grifters. I got nothing for fucking sale, baby. Nothing. Not even a fucking t-shirt or a coffee cup. Why? Because I couldn't give it away. Because I am one of the most feared men on this planet. The fucking deep state fear me because I got them by the fucking short hairs, baby. So they don't know what to do with me except make me fucking go away. And you, the general public, you're afraid to be fucking targeted because you associate with me. So I'm not happy with my new life. I'm not happy with my new life because of what I laid out here for you all. So going forward here, I will be paying attention to the sky because I am well trained. Um, I'm going to spend more time going about my business without interruption, like running for the fucking phones. I'm gonna prove this. I'm gonna prove this to the people because I fucking proved it beyond the fucking shadow of fucking doubt. So I don't need to work on that anymore. I have proved oral health with cannabis. I don't need to fucking prove it. I have proven that the fucking government is fucking radically fucking obsessed with fucking destroying my life, my science, and potential fucking industry. And and I have shown you how the fucking patriots are fucking pieces of shit, two-faced fucking pieces of shit. So where does that leave us? Where does that leave us? Leaves us in a pretty fucking sad situation, doesn't it? All right. Well, again, damn near viral. We got one person here. Love you. I'm gonna keep on doing what I do, and I'll bring it to you. And maybe one day you'll see the people stand up. Maybe you'll stand up. Maybe you'll own your authority, and we can have good health. We can have accountability. and we can have abundance, and we can live with purpose. That's another thing that was on my mind. I think I got to talk about it. So I've seen these stories about this research where they give mice everything they need, and their society collapses. They all die. So I say, abundance is bad. Abundance is bad. I say, bull fucking shit. There you go with stupid fucking people saying stupid fucking shit, doing stupid fucking research. Those mice have they don't have intelligence the way we do. They can't build, they can't create, they can't develop a purpose. The society does not have to fucking collapse, become fucking evil, fucking debauchery, fucking gluttony, because you have abundance. With fucking knowledge and fucking purpose, we can have abundance and greatness and peace and love and joy and harmony. So get over it and stop listening to these fucking morons. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap it up here.